All right, so let's get in here, make this deal with Baltimore. So we can go here. Hopefully again, the deal is still good. Okay, good. So what we're going to do is we're going to send this Thomas guy to Baltimore. They really need a first baseman, as you can see here. We're getting him off, and he's I mean, it's a shame. I don't want to trade a player like this, and he's from like Miami. He's from Coconut Creek, Florida, which I believe is extremely close by Miami. He went to the University of Miami. It's a bit unfortunate. He's kind of a home what's the word I'm looking for? Like a fan favorite or something like that. But we're getting a good return here. We're getting Randy Kaiser, who is a good reliever, a great reliever on paper anyway. I know the control's a bit low, but that's okay. Good stuff, and he's got really good pitches, good velocity, ground ball pitcher as well. Although he's given up a bit too many home runs, I don't really know why. But he could also even develop into a starter if that curveball develops. He could be a starting pitcher. Really good player here. Wow, this OSA really thinks the world of him. Although they don't like that control, and with control like that, he actually might not ever be a starter. That's 40 control as a starter, as a reliever, as a starter. That's gonna go down. Oh, I guess it stays the same. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable with him as a starter with 40 control. So that might kind of set him up to be a reliever, but that's besides the point. Where am I looking for here? Yes, reliever. Although I guess he's technically a closer. But so not that it makes a difference. But we're also getting a couple of prospects as well. Not prospects, but we're getting this guy Kevin Mallett against another guy. It's kind of important to always kind of resupply the minor leagues as well. I like the minor league teams to do well. So he's a 40 who will play in the minors. Another reliever, Alex Kuhn, who's again he's good. He's got live arm as well, but bad control, and that second pitch is yet to really fully develop. So he's kind of like a project as well. And this guy, Labrador, who's just kind of another infielder, minor league depth kind of guy. The real prize, obviously, is a Kaiser. I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, I think that's the move we want to make. So they get to fill a hole. They're kind of struggling. They're a mediocre team. So we'll send Thomas over there where he'll get everyday playing time. Is there anything else? This guy kind of just caught my eye because he's a catcher of 40 potential. Those guys could kind of, if I can just get him as a throw-in. Okay, so we'll get him as well. Let's throw that in there. Always can just use good minor league catching, even if they're not going to be major leaguers. It's always good to get some depth guys in here. Although it hasn't really been good, but that's okay. So we'll get this guy. Just make sure I'm not missing any red flags immediately here. No, I think we should be good. All right, so it's another reliever to the pile here, and we can just call him up right away. I guess we can just have him. Yeah, we'll just tell him. We'll call him up right away. So Thomas goes to Baltimore. That'll be interesting to kind of track his career. But that's another one off the team, and I gotta send somebody down, and it's going to be, right now anyway, it's going to be Avalos. And that kind of leaves me as an interesting question, because I was going to get another reliever as well. I don't know if I'm going to do that now or not. I don't know. Because I'm going to end up having to send down somebody decent, and I'm going to have to end up sending down two other decent guys once the injured guys come back, if they come back. I mean, you never know if they might have a setback or not, but imagine torn labrum. I mean, that's not an easy injury to come back from. Who knows what he might even look like after that injury's done. But if I get another reliever, who's going to be the guy that I send down? It's going to be Rivas, just kind of by default. And then who would it be after that? Who's the next guy to get sent down? Is it going to be Arnon? I don't know. By FIP, anyway. It suggests that Simona is the next worst pitcher. Well, it technically suggests it's Kaiser, but I'm not setting Kaiser down. I'm not going to send Joe Arnone down, I don't think. He's doing well. I mean, these are problems. Again, they're not going to be ready for a while yet. I mean, this is still like almost 2 months once you factor in the Morales, anyways. Once you factor in relief or rehab games, that's not going to be for a while. And Maloney, so it's still at least another month before we have to make the decision. I'd rather just get another good reliever. So I think I am going to make that other move. We don't need to make that move again. We don't need to make that move right now. I mean, we have a slog of right-handed pitchers, it looks like, that we're facing, and the other part of the deal is for another left-handed or another right-handed bat. So maybe we'll make the deal then on this 21st. So yeah, we'll make that final deal then, assuming that I can still make it. I think I'll be okay. Well, let's just keep going here. As we keep going, Mazzarek did a good start. See, that's the thing also, like, he's got 55 stamina, but he never really gets the envelope pushed too much. Like, he's always out. I mean, like, he barely goes 5. But it doesn't matter too much. Looks like they had a late rally. Jeez. It was on... no, but they weren't earned, so that's interesting. Kaiser ends up getting the win in his Marlins debut, 2 2/3 out of relief. That's the thing as well. These guys can go multiple innings, which really helps in the postseason. I'm just checking all this, making sure that nothing stands out, and I'm not missing anything. All right, that's good. Next. So I could send down. Also, I could make another roster move here. Just because we're a little bit gassed, but I think we're okay. We need to try to get Chisley back on track. Oh, there we go. That's a good 17-1 victory. But again, he only goes 5 2/3, which is annoying. Like, in this game like that, you'd hope that he can go 7. But that's fine. I guess it was only 7-1 at that point. It wasn't a blowout. Clark, Delbridge, Hinman, Zavala, like, even, I don't know, like a guy like Zavala hitting 7th, he's really good. Like, he should not be hitting 7th. That's just kind of how good this lineup is. Yep, okay. I'm just going to try to pick up the pace here, but I always check the box scores. That's not something I want to have stop anytime soon. Another bad start from Wiley as well. And that one went 12 innings, so I may need to make a roster move here. Just double checking again. Sorry, but I have to. I have to do it. Kaiser. Okay, Kaiser gave up 1 unearned run. Okay. So I need to make another roster move. I don't know who to send down. Because I can't send... I guess I could send... Let me send Rivas down. Yeah, okay, I can send him down. He's only got 10 innings, really, so I'm not really missing anything. There, even though he's done well, not really missing anything. And I need to call somebody up. Also, we have this Drabek guy. He was our first round pick last year. He's really one of the top prospects in baseball, apparently. He's just another interesting arm. Avalos, did we just send him down? I don't remember. No. Okay, so we can call him up. No, we sent him down. I like to kind of, even though you don't have to do it in this game, you don't have to wait the 10 days or whatever it is in real life, I still like to follow that rule. So I can't call him up, just to kind of make it a bit more difficult for myself. Doesn't really, I'm not going to sit here and say that, I have to do that, but okay, so this guy can come back up. Kavanaugh, he pitched last on the 3rd, so he can come back up. It's just the way that I like to do it, just to kind of keep things realistic at the same time, but also kind of add another handicap to myself. Cervantes in the 2nd start as a Marlin. This one He doesn't pitch well, but we get the victory. Scoring runs is not an issue. No, definitely not an issue. And looks like we're giving guys some days off here as well. Let's go. Kavanaugh comes in, the guy that we just called up, comes up and does well in relief. That's always good. I'm a bit surprised that he's not as good. You know, you know, these ratings look pretty good. He's just hasn't been good in the majors yet, although he hasn't really had much consistent run. But still, I expected him to be pretty good. Although these ratings don't really like him too much. Yeah, he might just be a guy that we're overvaluing. It's also possible. You get into this last series with Cincinnati before we make the final deal. Ruger looks like he did well. Always Chuck. 8 innings. That's what I like to see right there. That's a Cy Young performance. I mean, he is leading in terms of pitcher WAR, and pretty big lead, I would say. And oh man, I didn't even realize he's got. Oh no, he doesn't have strikeouts. I was gonna say he's very close to the pitching triple crown as well. He's leading in ERA wins, and he's like 11 strikeouts away from the pitching triple crown as of right now, anyway. That would be a first, I think, for me in all these games. Pitching triple crown. I don't think I've ever had that. Just usually because as Mazarek has a good start, very good. Just because I usually don't have my pitchers get a lot of wins. I like to use the bullpen. And okay, so looks like we've run a little bit of a roll right now. We got a winning percentage up to 707. It's 2 good starts in a row for Chisley as well, which is an encouraging sign. As we'll make that final deal that I wanted to make. I just want to check this final box score. And Hinman looks like he's kind of picked up his performance as well, so that's also a good sign. Ooh, did Castro get injured? Okay, so he's got a minimal injury. That's good. You know, knock on wood, you know, he hasn't gotten a long-term injury yet. Brian Crosby's also, he got off to a kind of a slow start as well, but he's been probably our best hitter all season. Kind of doing exactly what we wanted him to do. Zavala, again, 3 for 4. He might win the batting title as well. I think he's up there. If he's not leading, he's very close to leading. I mean, he's not even a third baseman either. Like, he's a bad defensive third baseman, but he's still on pace for 6 WAR. I mean, that just kind of shows you how good the bat has been. Owen gets a little bit roughed up as well. Sustiata got injured. Sore back. Minimal. Yeah. So it does use our... But we have the off day, so it's okay. I just want to check something here. Yeah, like, oh man, our team is on fire, man. Jeez. That is a... wow, that is a good team. This is a good team right here. Bryant's even picked it up a little bit. He's got his numbers way up. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, this offense is pretty good, I would say. I mean, that's the one thing, too. Like, our pitching has always been good. It's kind of like the inverse now. We have a great offense, but now our pitching is kind of... I mean, our offenses have always been good, but, I mean, early on in this game, like the 20 years ago, our pitching was what was really significantly lapping our offense. Now it looks like it's the other way around completely. But it's not like we're not a bad pitching staff or anything like that, but I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. So, but anyways, we can make that final deal here. Oh yeah, that's the one thing I wanted to check. Zavala's defense is negative 10.7 zone rating, but he's still got 3.7 WAR. I mean, that shows you how good the bat has been. Man, if he was a good defender, man, he could be in the MVP case. He would, if like add another 2 wins to that, maybe, and he could be in the MVP case, a candidate, you know. And he is decisively leading in the batting title race. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. And now we're going to make this final deal here, because we do have it looks like we are facing some lefties as well, so I'd like to be best prepared for that. So let's get in there. So this trade is with the Portland Beavers, or not the Portland Beavers, the Portland, what do I have them called? The Pioneers. Okay, so it looks like we need to kind of redo this deal as well. That's annoying. It might just be because they don't want to retain salary, but here's the gist of it. We're getting Tim Bull, a guy I was considering signing as a free agent this last offseason. Really good hitter, bad defensive first baseman, but a really good hitter. I'm not too worried about the defense, really. I'm out of a guy who's only going to play against lefties, really. I mean, look at these ratings against lefties, very good. So I'm expecting him to do really well in that role. I was really close to signing him as a free agent. I ended up going with somebody else. But, yeah. And we're also going to try to get Bobby Hill from, not from King of the Hill, I guess, but I don't know. But Bobby Hill, really good reliever, although his stats are really bad. I don't really have an explanation for that. I mean, I do have an explanation. It's the 3.5 home runs per 9. But he's a ground ball pitcher, according to this anyway. He's supposed to be a ground ball pitcher. That's a bit interesting. I don't really know what to make of that. But, yeah, they picked him in the expansion draft. I mean, they don't really have a need for him. I think Portland is they're not ready to compete just yet. They're in last place. Although I must say Charlotte is doing much better than the other expansion team. They are doing much better. I mean, they were better last year, and it looks like they're at least close-ish to 500 this year, which is interesting, which is good for them. But this might just be about the salary, so I might just need to take off that retained salary, which is fine. I mean, Bull has another year on his deal, which I'm not in love with, but at a reduced salary, I wouldn't care too much about it, but I would like to get them to retain some salary. I might actually just give him this Coronado guy, because he might be the guy that I end up cutting here. Yeah, he might end up being the guy that I cut. He's the guy that I ended up signing over Bull. I decided to sign him because I have a. It's just a numbers game. I don't want to cut Coronado, but I might end up having to. Although I don't necessarily have to. But who am I gonna send down from my batters? I can't send down Rockford. I need to keep Rockford, because I don't have another backup infielder. So, but if I do that, I'm putting Coronado there. I'm going to need, I guess I could play Rockford. Technically, I could play Rockford as well if I don't want to play somebody else. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, so I can throw in Coronado. It's not great. I don't want to do that really, but I just kind of think I kind of have to. Where the hell am I going? Down here, initiate trade. So we can give up Coronado, and Coronado's got flexibility. I think they'll end up picking up his option. He has an option for next year as well, so we can also get ourselves out of some money. Yeah, I don't really want to trade any of these guys. And we can maybe even get them to eat some more money. Bobby Hill, for instance, is making, he's not making much of anything, but can we even get them? Yeah, like they'll take more money off of Bull, which I appreciate. I mean, I don't want to get too unrealistic with this. I mean, they could maybe so they could realistically take 85% off of this. I don't really want to do that. I think that's a little cheap. But we can get them to retain like 60%. We had it at 50, so bumping it up to 60. And then again, I would feel much better next year. He's going to end up being, a $4 million player, something like that. Which is fine. But yeah, I'm really excited about getting Bull here. Again, you should see me in the postseason when we face a lefty starter or a lefty comes in. It's just kind of like it's like second unit in basketball. Second unit, everybody's from the bench at the same time. And Bobby Hill is interesting. I'm not expecting him to be great, although the ratings are really great. I'm not really I'm not really too sure what to make of this. But again, this is like a one-stop shop kind of thing. Get him in here. Let me just review the rates. So we're getting up 3 outfielders. Could also mention that these prospects I don't think are anything special. Oh, I have him listed as an outfielder. He's a second baseman. That's my fault. Change that. Second baseman. He's nothing special. 13th round pick. Well, he's having a good year in the minors this year. Again, I'm not expecting him to be anything special, but these ratings, no way. And we're giving up Josh Staley, who's the prize of the deal, quote unquote prize of the deal. He's got some good skills, good power, but he needs to kind of develop still. I don't see him ever cracking our roster. So former third round pick as well, and I would imagine he's going to be Rule 5 eligible. Yeah, he's going to be Rule 5 eligible, so it kind of makes sense to kind of deal him to Portland, who won't have to worry about that. You can see how bad they are. I mean, like, they need just everything, pretty much, so don't mind doing that. Although, I'm curious, who's this left fielder that's, like, way high regarded? I don't even know. Is it Beards? I don't know. But then we're giving up Coronado, who had an option for next year as well, so we even do save some money there because we're either going to pay him $6 million or give him that buyout for $600,000. Say every little bit counts, especially when our payroll is going to be as high as it's going to be next year. So we'll do that, and we'll confirm the deal. Just making one more time, just making sure I'm not missing any red flags, like they're going to be bad in the clubhouse. No, they should be all good. All right, so that's that. Make that deal. Players are disappointed to see him leave. Yeah, but we have enough. We have a good locker room, so we're okay. Good clubhouse. Just want to check some of these things. Josh Gurman was a catcher, high regarded catcher, who was a free agent this year. Yeah, he's not doing well. I kind of figured that. Okay, so we have that deal done, and we'll advance a day, and we'll just go up to the 31st, I guess, in this video. I'll kind of just sit again on my own and come back when I feel like I need to ever come back. Delete this mail as well. So that leaves us with one open spot, so I have to send down a pitcher. This will make us with a full 40 man as well, so we can even send down or DFA somebody else as well if we have a viable candidate. But we'll throw these guys in here. And is there anyone I need to DFA that can get DFA'd? Yeah, like we can DFA a couple of these guys if we want to. Like Solace, we can DFA. I'll just do that to clear up a 40 man spot. That's fine. John West is another prospect that we have that we called up at one point. He's doing better in the minors, but I'm still, again, I'm not sure what his role is ultimately going to end up being. He might end up being a reliever as well. I'm just not sure. He could be a trade bait as well. So Bobby Hill, number 5. I don't want him to wear number 5. Do you have another number that you like? 15 is retired by us. 17. No. How about? I don't want to. I mean, I'm not gonna harp on this too much. You can wear 35. That was Thomas's old number. That's fine. So I'm a bit interested to see how he'll do. I mean, we are kind of one thing I am a little bit skeptical of is that we only have one lefty, and that's gonna be annoying if we come up with a left-handed heavy team in the postseason. But it shouldn't be the end of the world. And Tim Bowl can wear 27. No, he can't wear 27. That's the guy in the minor leagues number. The Chris Wilson's number. That's his permanent number. 28 is not available. 29. 29? 29? Not 29. 29. There we go. That was fun. That was funny. So we'll go with Tim Bowl. If you get that reference, that's just kind of how I am all the time. So yes, Tim Bowl will end up being there. Clark will go to left, and what I'm gonna do to try to kind of save Castro a little bit, I'm gonna put him at the DH spot here, and Rockford can take over at short. Rockford might even be a better defensive shortstop. It's just about the same. But yeah, you can do that. Just to kind of get Castro off of his feet a little bit because he's got the wrecked. So can get him off of his feet whenever we can. That'd be kind of cool. And in terms of lineup here, Bowl should be hitting probably 5th. And we'll kind of just move everybody around. I might make a minor trade to get rid of this Astorga guy. He's not doing well at backup catcher. I might call up our top prospect catcher, Olvera, who's doing well enough. Yeah, that might be a move that I make. I don't think I need to really do that right now though. Off camera, on camera. I mean, I can do that later on. Do I need to change anything here? No, I don't think so. Okay, so I think we're good. So we have our series against the lefties here. We're facing 2 lefties here, 2 lefties here, 3 lefties here. I mean, one against Atlanta as well. So that's why I wanted to do that trade now, as opposed to waiting, just to kind of be a bit more optimized. So let's just follow it through. We'll go through the 31st and then kind of cut out there. 11-1. So Wiley with a good start. It looks like. There you go. Maybe you can turn it around. I'm not too sure. Bull goes over 5. That's always good to see. Your new acquisition getting out to a great start. And okay. Okay. So next one, Cervantes' 3rd start now. Hoping to see at least one of these starts. Ugh. Oh jeez. So we might not have solved this problem after all. 6 earns. Jesus Christ. That's not great. As we'll move on here, hopefully win the series with Ruger on the bump. No, we lose that series. Ruger did well. Looks like we blew the game at some point though. 10 strikeouts, no walks. Hell of a start, but somebody blew the game. It looks like. Ito. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this Ito guy, man. I really don't. He's given up a ton of runs. I mean, I don't know what to make of him. I really don't know if I can trust how much I can trust him. I really don't know. He seems to be like one of our higher. Like he's got the second most arm innings out of anybody. I don't know what to make of him though. So he dropped a series there to Milwaukee that I didn't really want to lose. Philadelphia coming up. Oh, another loss. Jeez. That's not good. How's this Bowl guy? Oh no, now we got an injury. Shit. Now we got an injury here to Castro. Now you gotta kinda hope and pray that it's not a significant one. Yeah, so we'll just keep going here though. Ew. Not good. As we lose another one. An oblique strain for Castro. That's not the end of the world. But that is an injury. That we need to work around. So he's going to go on the IL. And that's what, 3 in a row that we've lost? 4 in a row? Yeah, that's not great. I mean, it's not gonna panic or anything, but still not great. So we need to call somebody up. It might be this Jake Hart guy. He's not a great bat, but he's versatile. I don't really know anything about this Bartlett guy. Yeah, kind of claimed him off waivers, I guess. This Gross guy, same thing. He's like a minor league free agent. Yeah, no real need to call him up. I just want to see how he's doing. Man, he's tearing it up down there. 688 slugging percentage. Jeez, man. Oh, he's going to be a stud, man. Might call Chris Wilson up then. Yeah, we might just call Chris Wilson back up. We'll go without like a middle reliever for the next, or middle infielder for the next couple of days, couple of weeks. We got to change this lineup around though. Rockford, Zavala, Dodd, and here we'll just play Wilson at the DH spot with some guys moving around. There we go. Alright, so hopefully we can get back on track here, but man, I'm just glad that I don't have to go into this deadline needing another shortstop. That would give me something else I need to kind of shop for. As we lose again. Ay, caramba. Not doing that deal, but man, that is this is rough right now here, eh? Oh man, Ortega's going to the Mets. What? Why would you do this, Boston? That's a bit interesting. Grog is going to Boston, and they get Villegas, who's a pretty good player. Not really a center fielder, but good hitter. It's interesting. He's a free agent after this year, it looks like, so he's kind of traded up. I don't know. He needs to get some wins, though. That's the most important thing. Cervantes needs to get on track as well. It's okay. So there we go. Good start there. 8 in the third innings as well. Good length. As we just need to get back on track here. Bobby Hill does well. So I think I'm going to cut out before this, before the 31st, because I do want to make. I think I do want to make that trade for Astorga. But I don't need to bore anybody with that. Probably just be like a minor leaguer. We get back Ruger. There we go. Okay, so we get some guys there. You can send Salas down to AAA. Right the ship a little bit. As just looking through this box score, looks like our bats have kind of cooled off a little bit. Some of our hot bats have cooled off a bit. I'm wondering if I should change up this rotation any bit. Fletcher should probably start every day. I mean, if I'm being honest, Fletcher should probably be starting every day. But who am I going to start him over? Like, Delbridge is still doing fine. Spinner, I think, has gotten off to a bit of a slow start since coming back. Yeah, but he's still doing okay. So I think we're good with this rotation now. I mean, we have him playing every second game and then every third game. Like, he's playing. It's just, not the best, not the most starts that they could be getting, but it's fine. As we get into this final game before the deadline. Come on, get the win, please. Salvage this little skid that we've been on. Did I not click advance? Come on, let's go. Come on. Ooh, okay, so we can't sweep them. Hey, Masark has a bad start. But that's okay. Just take a look here at some of these other things that have happened, making sure I'm not missing anything. Miranda, is that our Miranda? No, that's the other Miranda, Juan Miranda. Who's doing well. So we're at the deadline. And we'll just kind of call it there, I guess. Just taking one more stock. So we're doing much better. We're kind of coming off of our highs. We're 4 and 6 in the last 10. But we're still good. 73 wins, and we kind of pulled away. Although Boston's now right on our tail for the best record. I'd like to have home field advantage in the World Series if we get there, but we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Ruger's still leading there. Zavala's still leading there. Clark is on pace still for 5.9 wins despite missing a few weeks. So that's all good, I think. So I'm going to cut it there. And see you guys in the next one whenever we get one. Later.